we choose the right format, we leak the information to the public, and we defend ourselves against inevitable leak.
Yeah, hello, thank you. My name is Klaus Wiesema. I'm the director here at MoMA PS1 and chief curator at large of MoMA. And I want to welcome Maya back to MoMA PS1. We have a long-standing collaboration already. We're both still standing, so that's wonderful. No pun intended. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to your performance and to your presentation of your work. It has exactly the same format we always do with artists, so you hear presentations and we do a Q&A. I'll ask exactly the same question I ask with any studio visit, so it's kind of unusual questions, most probably for some of you. And afterwards we will bring in some wine and some water, so please stay with us. We stay here in the dome. And very importantly, the book did not arrive due to the hurricane, but we have two books. I'm getting actually the two of them up here right now, and they're wonderful prints that Maya made. And she's willing to donate a portion of the income of these prints to the victims of the hurricane in Rockaway, which I think is really great. Thank you so much. Perfect. So now you're up here alone.
Wow. It's nice that I can share my refugee ways now and everyone understand. And basically this talk is not planned. I just got the copy of the book today as well, so I'm finding out what's in here and what's not, you know, what's not in here. Haven't read the forward properly, so I might be repeating stuff and you have to excuse me. What I've done is just brought in the 3 computers that I used to make the 3 albums, and we're just going to surf through it. And it's my brain, and there might be some stuff in it, and you're just going to see it. So the introduction to this talk is, I just want to say hi to everyone and thank you for coming, because the last time I was here there was a big storm and there seems to be something going on with me, storms, and New York City, and I wanted to come and start the presentation of the book in New York City because I feel like it's one of the cities where I was most embraced and at the same time most questioned, and ultimately as an artist I appreciate that and want to encourage the development of a dialogue. Alright, so this is my first album, Over Love. As you know, it's named after my dad. The story is I don't know if it's in the book, but basically it's the first thing I learned in school in Sri Lanka was a Hindu mythology story about the concept of the world. And so the mythology, the story goes that Shiva and his wife had 2 sons, and they had to get around the world the fastest in order to win a prize. And the parents said to the kids, who is going to go around the world the fastest? And the second son jumped on a peacock and flew around as fast as possible. And the first son walked around his parents and said, that's the world. So that's kind of where my concept came from, to name the albums after my parents. So the first thing I want to bring up is, actually the first thing I want to bring up is what I was doing before the album, which is this sort of stuff which I found on my friend who wrote the foreword, his computer at his mum's house. So this was just basically video loops, and it's kind of like GIFs that I spent a long time doing in his garage. This is in his garage, and I found this jumper in a thrift store that day, and so I was just sort of, this is kind of what I did that time. And basically, I didn't have a computer. It must have been like year 2000, maybe 1999, and I used to go around to his house. He had a computer, and we didn't have Photoshop, but he was talking about getting Photoshop, and I didn't know what it was. And I was making, he was an animator, this is what he was doing, and I was doing this. And these are my stencils that basically I sprayed on the wall, and then I re-photographed the stencils and then reanimated the stencils using his computer. And so that's why the only way this thing exists is on his computer, because I lose all my stuff all the time. This might actually be on the floor. It wasn't even on the wall. It was on the floor tiles of his studio, which is made up of cork, and it was my idea because I was really into cork at the time, and I thought it would be nice on the floor, but I didn't know how to. I was gonna resin it, but I didn't get around to doing it because I ran out of money, so I just painted it yellow. Then I used to wear stilettos every day to the studio, and the whole thing was just disgusting. And so to make up for it, I sort of sprayed pictures, and he animated. So that was that. This was Steve's drawing of me at St. Martin's in my bedroom. That was me. So it was really primitive, basically. I'm talking about years before computers. And so everything seemed really laborious, really boring. I didn't have the patience, didn't have any money, and I was trying to sort of find my